All right, here are some tips to rolling a nice coil. A coil is essentially like a long cylinder or like a snake of clay. So normally I'll start out, if I have like a chunk or a ball, the first thing I'll do is take it and squish it down into a longer, skinnier piece so it's ready to be rolled. So the very first thing I would do is just kind of squish and rotate to make it a little bit more in that coil shape and ready to be rolled. If it's really lumpy, I kind of pinch from all sides using my fingers to try to even that out as I rotate it. But this is a good enough shape, and so is this here. Depending on how wide you want your coil to be, you might want a really skinny one. That all depends on the pressure that you will apply. When I start to roll, I recommend going from your fingertip all the way down to the end of your palm when you roll. So a longer roll should prevent you from doing these short back and forth and back and forth. Normally when you have short rolls like you see here, you'll get a coil that is wider than it is tall. So somewhat of a shape like this. And I'm looking for more of a balanced and even coil. So I would just make sure I'm putting even pressure, and I like to work from one end of the coil to the other as I'm rolling front to back. So I'll start here, fingertips to the end, and working my way, applying even pressure. You don't want to go too hard for it to be lumpy. And now you can see it's a little bit skinnier to this end. I was pushing harder here. Now I need to work my way back. It's good to stop every now and then and just kind of take a look at what you've got. Look for areas that are a little skinny, areas that are a little fat. Apply a little bit more pressure to the areas that are still wide to skinny them up just a touch. And just kind of make sure you're avoiding any cracks or areas where you're pushing too thin. Once I get to a desired thickness, I can cut it to be whatever length that I need. But I'm going to take a little piece to go even smaller. So we'll leave this up here, and if I wanted to take one even smaller, all I'm doing here is applying more and more pressure, still going from one end to the other, and you can make a coil as skinny or as wide as you would like. And you'll start to see some little cracks that will come up. You can come in and smudge those out, but the biggest thing is that it's even all the way around. You can take these and use them for whatever you need in your design, but that is the basics of rolling a coil.